Preparing to live stream to the world on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Waiting for my video to go live. Hope you are awesome. And we are up. Hello. How you doing, everybody? I'm super excited to be here with you for another live stream today. Just gonna adjust my How does it go? That way. All right. Now, how are we doing? That's better. It's easier. Okay. Super cool. Love you loads. Got to get the shot right. Got to get the frame right. So, how are we today? Today, my title of today's live is If You Want to Be Rich, You Must Choose to Stand Out. Nobody ever got rich fitting in. Seriously, nobody. Everybody who has ever been rich and wealthy by their own creation, by their own design, has always stood out above the crowd. Now, I know that this can be scary. It can be confronting. We are actually indoctrinated to fit in, to comply, to conform. But if you are continuing to just be one of the lemmings who just goes along with everything and everybody else, then I'm sorry, but your ability to actually create riches, to be free, to be successful, is virtually non-existent. I hate to burst your bubble. You know, sitting at home and meditating and using the law of attraction and hoping it's all going to fall in your lap. I've never seen that work for anybody ever who didn't get out and actually do something. Even the teachers who teach the law of attraction, they're doing something. They're teaching the law of attraction. They're standing out. They're getting attention. They're not conforming. They're being different. They're refusing to comply. So, where are you complying in your life? I actually did a training today for my billionaire university coaching clients around this. And seriously, this is one of the most powerful things that you will ever do in your life is to be your authentic self. One of the core tenets of my training is to know thyself. Socrates. Who knew? Socrates knew something. Genius. Know thyself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What do you stand for? What are your core values? What are your superpowers? What the hell are your superpowers? They're your gifts, your talents, your core genius, your unconscious competence, the knowledge that you have, the skills that you have acquired. They are all part of your superpowers. And there is only one person on the planet, only one, who is just like you. Guess who that is? It's you. Say hello to yourself. Introduce yourself to yourself. Say, hi, self. I love you, self. Self, I love you just the way you are. I'm not being flippant anymore or sarcastic. I mean it. Self, I love you just the way you are. Feel that. If you can't accept you unconditionally for you, nobody else is ever gonna. So when would be a good time to start embracing and accepting who you truly are? When would now be a good time to start embracing and loving your unique qualities? What makes you different to everybody else? When would now be a good time to stop worrying about what everybody else thinks, to stop fearing other people's judgment and criticism, and dare to stand out and stop fitting in? If you do what the 98% of people who are living lives of lack and mediocrity, if you continue to do what they have always done, then you will get what they have always gotten. True story. You can't be like everybody else and expect to get different results than everybody else. You're going to get the same as everybody else. What's everybody else got? Do you want what everybody else has? Well, not everybody, but do you want what the 98% have? The struggle, never reaching their true potential and realizing their goals. Is that what you want? Or do you want to defy convention? Do you want to have what others don't have? Because if you want to have what others don't have and will probably never have, then you have to do what others aren't prepared to do. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Number one, you have to work on your mindset relentlessly. You have to fail your way forward. You have to be willing to take certain risks. You have a look at those who are super, super successful. You have to be willing to have people not like you, not accept you, criticize you, judge you. I want you to think about the 5 wealthiest people in the world that you know. Do you think they care about what you or anybody else thinks of them? Do you really think they care? Watch their behavior. You know, I watch people take to X or social media in general, and they're relentlessly criticizing these billionaires as if it means anything to them. You can criticize them till the cows come home. They don't care. I don't know if you've noticed. They don't care. That's how they got where they are. They didn't get where they are by lying awake at night going, oh, I wonder what someone I so thinks of me. I wonder if they like me. I wonder if they accept me. They don't want to be accepted. They want to be exceptional. They choose to be exceptional. They choose to be unique. They choose to amplify their genius. They choose to overcome their weaknesses, and they choose to double and triple down on their strengths. They choose to find ways to compensate for their weaknesses, and most of them, they bring other people in to do the shit that they're not good at, because there's a whole lot of shit that they're not good at. So, are you ready to dare to be different, to embrace your differences? To embrace those things that you're afraid people will say, oh, she's weird or he's weird because of such and such. So, why do you care? Why do you care what Jane thinks about you? Is Jane living your dream life? Is Jane achieving her goals and her dreams? Because I can guarantee if Jane is out there kicking goals, she ain't got time to be standing there going, yeah, don't like her. She's just weird. You know, the people who are doing that need to get an effing life, to be perfectly honest. They need to stop being so interested in everybody else and how everybody else is not living up to their standards and expectations, and get on with, maybe improving their own life a bit. So if you're so worried about what your family think, about what your friends think, about what everybody else thinks, about being accepted, if you're spending your life in that space, good luck ever being rich and successful. I always end up going off on rants on these things. I don't know if that's a good thing. I hope you're finding this inspiring. I know what you're capable of. These videos that I'm doing lately, they end up being tough love. because you ain't got time to sit around and navel gaze. You ain't got time for that. If you want to be rich, if you want to be successful, if you want your life to change, there ain't no time for navel gazing. I'm not going to hold your hand and tell you that it's all going to be okay. You got to do shit. You got to choose to stand out and to be somebody. Defy convention, be unconventional, be undeniable, be indefinable, be unexpected, be unpredictable. Be the person who's everybody's talking about and you don't care what they're saying. Because some people will be going, oh my God, she's amazing or he's amazing. Did you see what she did last week? Or did you hear what he achieved last week? Or have you seen what they're doing lately? It's incredible. And you'll have other people sitting on the sidelines, sitting in the cheap seats going, oh, so they're at it again. Well, that's my husband. Sorry. Should have turned my phone off or turned it to silent. Be all of you. All of you, not the shadow of yourself. No, not trying to be somebody else. Be you, because everybody else is taken. I love that saying. Just be you, authentically you. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you stand for? Do you know what your mission, your vision, your purpose is? Do you know what your core values are? Have you really thought about what is important to you and what your why is? Why do you want to achieve riches? Is it just because you want the fancy house on the hill, or is there something more meaningful behind it? Have you thought about what impact you wanted to have? Mikhail, regardless of what you see as your deficiencies, there is so much brilliance and genius inside of you that if you decide, nothing can contain you, nothing can hold you back, nothing. Defy what you see. Defy what you see as your perceived limitations. And sure, I am not diminishing if you do have things that constrain you in this 3D reality. Seek out the things where you excel, the things where people can't hold a match to you, the things where you will set the world on fire just because you exist. You can set the world on fire just because you exist. Now, the name of the person just escapes me right now, and that is a bit embarrassing. But the genius, he died a couple of years ago, who was confined to a wheelchair. He had a device that would speak for him. He wrote books. He traveled the world. He advised, he advised other people. He couldn't move. He couldn't speak. You know who I'm talking about. There was a movie made about him, and I can't remember his damn name. If you can remember his name, write it in the thing. Did he let, I'm sure if he had been fully able-bodied, then potentially he could have achieved more. I don't know. But do you think he achieved a lot? Now, you would think somebody who couldn't move, who couldn't even speak, you would think that their prospects were pretty limited, wouldn't you? Like, you'd probably go, oh God, that guy's life is just gonna be like just terrible. It wasn't. He achieved more than 99.9% of people in the world. And just about everybody knows who he is, except I can't remember his damn name. Geez, that annoys me. So be willing to find out what your core genius is. I know you are cool. I know you're not just pretty cool. I know you're very cool. I know you're amazing. I know you're brilliant. I know that you have gifts inside of you that the world needs to benefit from. Stephen Hawking, thank you very much, Mikhail. See? At least you can remember his name. I couldn't even do that, and I'm the one who's talking on the video, for God's sake. So, this is, if you're waiting for your wake-up call, if you're waiting for a sign, this is freaking it. Stop letting the BS that you have bought into hold you back. Stop letting your fears about what other people are going to think about you, what other people are going to say, about other people's judgments and criticisms, because everybody's got an opinion and everybody wants to share it. It's nobody else's damn business. And it's not your business what they think of you. It's not your business that they want to judge you. Embrace your differences. Really explore your genius, your gifts, your talents, your superpowers. Explore it. Exploit it. Because that's what you're here to do. You're here to exploit your gifts, your talents, your unconscious competence, your core genius, your superpowers. That's what you're here to do. You're not here to be like everybody else. You're here to be different. You're here to stand out. It's what you came here for, not to comply and be the lemming. You're not a lemming. Stop being a lemming. And yeah, sometimes it's tough. I'm not saying that it's easy. So have courage. Know that you are stronger than you realize. Break the mold. Actually dare people to criticize you. Dare them. Stare them down. Go, come on, bring it on. Bring it on. Go your hardest. What's your worst? Care factor, big, fat, 0. 0. I don't care. I dare you to be that person. Whatever Susie and John and Bill and Mary, whatever they have to say, give them the big middle finger. Screw them. Because they're not paying your bills. They're not living your life. They don't have your dreams. In fact, why not stand up to them and say, hey, what are your dreams, Bill, Susie, Mary? What are you doing about them? Or are you living lives of quiet desperation, wishing and hoping and dreaming and never doing a damn thing about it? What difference are you making in the world? Are you facing your fears? Or are you just fitting in like everybody else? Stop being ashamed of who you truly are. This is something that almost all of us are exposed to when we're, in our very early years. We are wired to want to fit in because it's part of our primal programming, part of the primitive brain, because particularly we did live in tribal existences. If we didn't fit in, we'd be cast out. And being cast out was literally an existential threat. So we'd have to fit in with the tribe. We have to believe what the tribe believed. We had to comply with whatever the rules of the tribe were. We've evolved beyond that. You've evolved beyond that. You don't have to fit anymore. Standing out is rewarded as long as you're standing out in the right way. Oh, actually, I said that wrong. As long as you're standing out for the right reasons, not in the right way, for the right reasons. Meaning, you're standing out to be the best and most powerful version of you. You're standing out to be on mission. You're standing out to make a difference. You're standing out to build something, to create something, to be exceptional. You are exceptional. You are incredible. You are an infinitely powerful being with infinite potential. Are you ready to stand in that and stop holding yourself back? The only thing that's holding you back is you. The only thing that's holding you back is you. So what are you really afraid of? You don't have to tell me, but you have to be honest with yourself. What are you really afraid of? Because the only thing that you need to fear is fear itself. Because if you continue to allow your fears, your doubts, your limiting beliefs to hold you back, you will never achieve your mission this lifetime. Never. Do you know where the most dreams are held? The graveyard. Because most people die with their dreams inside. Do you want that to be you? You are strong. You are far stronger than you know. You are far more capable than you realize. You need to eat those difficult days for breakfast and stand in the face of your challenges and go, oh, is that what you got? Really? Seriously? That's nothing. You need to be the storm. That was my video yesterday. Be the storm. Buckle up. Declare to the world that you have arrived, and they should tremble. The rest of humanity should tremble in your presence and celebrate that you are standing in your light, that you refuse to accept mediocrity anymore, that you refuse to be like everybody else, that you will celebrate your gifts, your differences. Your differences are what make you special. Your differences are what make you who you are. So don't demonize them. Celebrate them. Don't see them as a handicap. See them as your superpower. Flip it. Everything is perception. Whatever you see as a handicap, you can also see as a superpower. And yes, there are things that you can't do. There are things that all of us can't do. Hell, the things that I can do are like this long. The things that I can't do are like this long. But I'm not here to do the things that I can't do. I'm here to do the things that I can do. I'm here to focus on my genius, on my gifts, on my talents. I'm here to stand up in front of a crowd of thousands of people and say, this is who I am. If you don't like me, if you don't like what I have to say, if you don't like what I have to offer, there's the exit door. There's a big sign, exit. You're free to leave. That's it. The less you allow the opinions of others to impact you, good or bad, the more success you will experience and celebrate in your life. Not only that, do you know how unsatisfying it is trying to fit in with everybody else and not be who you truly are? Trying to squeeze yourself into this box. I read a thing on X a couple of days ago. It said, um, that said about Elon Musk, who, let's face it, I mean, Elon Musk, no matter how you feel about the guy, like nothing can contain him. There is nothing he will not attempt. There's a great saying, attempt the impossible in order to improve your work. And that was by Brian Tracy. Well, don't tell Elon Musk that something's impossible. And this is what highly successful people, that's what they're like. Don't dare tell them that something's impossible because they're going to stand there and go, watch me. And I'm going to paraphrase because I can't remember, but it was to the effect of somebody said, Elon doesn't have to get out of the box because somebody forgot to tell Elon Musk that there was a box. There is no box big enough to contain Elon Musk, and he will break out of every single box. Don't let people put you in a box. Don't let yourself to put yourself in the box. Get out of the box. Get out of the damn box. That gives me goosebumps, Mikhail. And when I'm doing these videos, I'm not just doing them for you. I'm doing them for me. I'm telling myself these things. I have to remind myself every day, get out of your own way, clear your bullshit. Stop being held back. What fears are you allowing to keep you playing small? There's still a little girl inside of me who just doesn't want to be bullied on the playground anymore. True story. But I don't want to live my life from that perspective, from that 5-year-old fear-based child. I want to live a life of expansion and fun and possibilities and opportunities, of fulfillment and satisfaction, of impact. I want to help to change people's lives. So I will continue to push my boundaries. I will continue to get out of my comfort zone. I will continue to stare fear in the face and say, is that all you've got? Seriously, get over yourself. So I'm going to leave it there. I do hope you found this inspiring. I never mean to offend anybody. I'm a bit sarcastic and I take the piss. It's kind of an Australian thing, but it's not meant to offend. It's meant to uplift and inspire and to remind you how brilliant, how amazing, how powerful that you have this amazing light inside of you, and it's time to shine. Okay. Now, if you have not joined the Wealth Consciousness Movement yet, you know where to go, wealthconsciousnessmovement.com. The link is in the description. If you want to know how I can help you to achieve your goals, then you can reach out to me at Margarita at I've got so many email addresses, Margarita at pitbullmindset.com. Email me, tell me where you're at, tell me what you want help with. I have programs and courses and different wealth creation strategies and opportunities. I can potentially point you in the right direction. Just know that you are loved beyond your comprehension by source, by spirit. And if you could just see how amazing you truly are, it would blow your mind. You would be so in awe of who you truly are. Never forget that. Okay. Mwah. Love you loads. Have a fabulous day. I'm going to call my husband.